Welcome back to the Top 10 Luxury channel. Today, we're exploring the most expensive wines from across the globe. Discover what makes these selections' qualities worth their while to match such substantial price points. Be sure to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell to stay up to date with all of our videos. Number 10. 1811 Chateau d'Yquem, valued at $117,000. This wine holds the Guinness World Record for being the most expensive bottle of white wine ever sold. World-renowned wine connoisseur Christian Vanek purchased this from Antique Wine Company to commemorate his 50 years as a wine taster, and plans to display it at Sipe Sunset Grill in Bali, Indonesia. The main reason for this bottle's elevated price tag is that the 1811 harvest at Chateau d'Yquem was so good, many opinioned it to be the best white wine in existence. Number 9. Romanée-Conti 1945, valued at $123,900. Romanée-Conti are said to be fabled vines destroyed by phylloxera, a pest of commercial vineyards shortly following the end of the Second World War. The average price of a singular bottle is $7,600, but the one DRC owner Aubert de Vallon originally had in his possession and donated to Christie's merited $123,900 in the 2007 auction hosted in Geneva, Switzerland. Number 8. Chateau Lafite 1787, valued at $156,450. This wine was discovered in a cellar in Paris approximately 200 years after USA President Jefferson's death. It was bought by publishing mogul Malcolm Forbes in 1985 for the aforementioned sum, and vouched for as Jefferson's possession by the biggest wine connoisseurs. Forbes displayed the bottle in a glass case under halogen spotlights, which caused the cork, already at a distorted angle, to dry out and drop into the bottle. This caused the value of the drink to become a dismal $0. Even in death, Jefferson was plain bad luck. Number 7. Ampoule from Penfolds, valued at $168,000. Contrary to the majority of wines on this list containing historical significance, the ampoules, without any sort of cork, screw cap, or seal, are purely commercial releases from Penfolds, South America's most famous winery. Opening one of these is as much of an experience as tasting the wine itself. Stored in glass prism containers with a wooden cabinet, the ampoules can only be opened by breaking off the end, which requires assistance from a senior winemaker staff before guiding the buyer to their place. These are the most expensive wines to be sold directly from a distillery. Number 6. Chateau Margaux, valued at $225,000. This particular bottle of wine, etched with the initials of Thomas Jefferson when he served as an ambassador to France, was owned by William Sokolin. On one occasion, he took it to a celebratory dinner at a four-season hotel. During the night, the table supporting the bottle was bumped by a waiter and the glass fell to the floor, shattering to pieces and its contents dispersed. Though the insurance company compensated Sokolin for the unfortunate mishap, he will perpetually feel the sting of losing out on tasting this delicate wine. Number 5. Chateau Lafite 1869, valued at $230,000. During an auction in Hong Kong, the organizers of the event expected to receive a mere $8,000 for each of the 3 bottles that were provided. What they did not know, however, was that this wine is considered extremely rare and a luxury item in Asia. Imagine the shock on the auctioneers' faces when the highest bid for each of the set amounted to $230,000 from an anonymous buyer. Number 4. Shipwrecked 1907 Heidsieck, valued at $275,000. Originally intended for the last Tsar of Russia, Nicholas II, this wine in particular was generally thought to not be consumable. It was considered lost when the ship carrying it capsized in 1916. But in 1997, the shipwreck was discovered with 2,000 bottles still on board. A German submarine torpedoed the cargo ship during the First World War, but the contents of these bottles have been undisturbed for 80 years, resting in freezing temperatures, waiting to be uncovered. Number 3. 1947 Cheval Blanc, valued at $304,375. Another fine dining relic sold at an auction to an anonymous buyer. 1947 Cheval Blanc is said to be the best Bordeaux ever made. In 2012, this pristine wine was honored as the recipient of the super exclusive rank of Premier Grand Cru Class A in the classification of Saint-Emilion wine. Funny enough, the year of its manufacturing was characterized by bad weather that forced winemakers to produce it under highly primitive conditions and came with many technical flaws. This resulted in an exquisite taste that could never be replicated, and quite literally one of a kind. Number 2. Jeroboam of Chateau Mouton Rothschild, 1945, valued at $310,700. This product is one owned by the richest family on earth. Nathaniel Rothschild developed this from his own vineyard when he bought the estate in 1853. These bottles are among the most valued in the world, as the V in the 1945 label represents the Allied forces' victory in the Second World War, making the wine one of the best vintages of the last century. It provides the sweet aroma of mint, dry green moss, vanilla, and dry pine needles, while delivering the exclusive taste of dry soil, raspberry, and sweet dried cherries to the palate. Number 1. Screaming Eagle Cabernet Sauvignon, 1992, valued at $500,000. Coming in at number 1 on this list, it may surprise some to learn that the most expensive wine in the world to date does not come from a European destination known for cultural history like France or Italy, but in fact the west coast of the United States of America, Oakfield, California to be precise. The rarity and small quantities that have been produced here are what give this drink cult status along with a price tag to match. In the year 2000, one bottle managed to rack in a stunning $500,000 during a charity auction. It is aged in 60% new oak, purple in color, and provides an aroma of jammy black currants accompanied by subtle traces of oak. Those are the top 10 most expensive wines in the world. Thank you for joining us on this trip through the vineyards of history. We hope that it was informative, educational, and whet your appetite for the finer drinks of life. Be sure to like this video and join us for more top 10 videos by clicking this subscribe button and bell icon to enable all notifications. Happy wine tasting!